Good morning, Year 3, and welcome to our terrific Tuesday lesson of maths. We're moving on from doing measurement as such this week. We're going to be moving on to looking at money and how we use money in real life and build up some skills that would be really key for when you're going to the shop or if you're wanting to buy something. It's really important that we understand how to use money and also how to add it up and find change that we might need when we're in the shop and we need to give it to a shopkeeper, for example. As usual, the first thing we need to do is we need to read the learning objective. So pause the video and have a go, read it out loud to your parent or to yourself, and come back to the video once you've done. Okay, I'm going to read it now. Learning objective. I can add amounts of money within £1 and extend beyond £1. So before we start the lesson today, I think it's really important that we can get some physical resources in front of us. So if you have a box of change, or you might have a jar of change in your money box, or your parents might be able to lend you some to use, I think it'd be really important that we go and get that now. So pause the video, get as much change in front of you, looking at the screen now. Try and get some of these coins. So 1p, 2p, 5p, 10p, £1, 20p, 50p, or £2. Try and get as much change in front of you because it might help you understand this lesson a little bit more. So pause the video and go and find some change. Now you've found some change, what we're going to do is we've got our first question just to get our brains in gear this morning. My question to you is, how many ways can we make 10p using British coins? Ooh, have a little think. Now, on the left hand side, we've got £2, £1, 50p and 20p. Now have a little think to yourself. Do you think we need to use this side? We absolutely don't need to use that side, so we're going to leave that side for now. So if you've got your change in front of you, what I want you to do is I want you to find as many 10p's, 5p's, 2p's and 1p's and put them in front of you. What's the easiest way to make 10p now? Have a look at your change and come up with an answer. Pause the video and put it in front of you. Of course, the easiest way to make 10p is with just one 10p. What's the second easiest and quickest way to make 10p now? Pause the video and put some coins in front of you to make 10p. Well done if you came up with the answer. It is 2 5p's. 5 add 5 equals 10p. Who can come up with another way that we can make 10p now? Pause the video, use the coins that you've got, look at the copper coins now, the orange ones. Can you come up with a way to make 10p that way? Pause the video and have a go. So what I have got in front of me is I have got all 2p's. So 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10p. That makes 10p, all 2p's. An extension task now is, using all the coins that we've looked at, can you make another way with as many coins as you can use to make 10p? Pause the video and have a go. As usual, with doing these physical tasks, please take some photos so us Year 3 teachers can see you do some amazing tasks and to see that we can check that you understand what you're doing today. My next question to you is, when do we use coins in real life? I touched on this earlier during the learning objective, but pause the video and come up with 3 different times that you've had to use some coins in real life. Pause the video and come up with 3 ideas. Fantastic. I hope you've come up with 3 fantastic ideas that you've got for when you've used coins. It might be when you go to the shop. It might be when you go on holiday. You might want to, maybe when you go to the seaside and you go to slot machines and you might put your 2p's in there, that's another great idea and another time that you might need to use your loose change that you've got in your money bank. So well done, give yourself a pat on the back if you came up with at least 3 ideas of when you need to use some coins in real life. As you can see on the screen, here we have all the British coins and their values. What I want you to do is, I want you to point to the greatest valued coin on the screen. Now what I want you to do is point to the smallest valued coin on the screen. So hopefully the first one that you pointed to was £2 because that's the greatest valued coin. And then the second time I hope you pointed to 1p because that is the smallest valued coin on the screen. In England, we use pounds and we use pence. Now always remember, if we need to remember one thing from this lesson, there are 100 pence in £1. 100 pence in £1, so always remember that. Sometimes we need to use more than one coin to pay, so if you get to go to the shop and you're buying something quite expensive, you might have to pay maybe £4. So we need to be able to add these coins and their values together. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. When we add pounds together, we look at the value of each coin and add these together. So I've got an example on the board for you here. Can you look at the coins, look at their values, and can you simply add them up and tell me how much money I have all together? Pause the video and add them up. Let's just run through that. So we have a £2, we have a £1 coin, and we have another £1 coin. So if we put our addition heads on today, £2 add £1 add £1 equals £4. So well done if you got that correct. Next one, what do these coins total? So look at the value of each coin, put your addition head on, and add them up in your head and come up with a total amount of pounds you've got. Pause the video and have a go. Well done. So if you came up with 2 add 1 equals £5, well done if you got the answer £5. Give yourself a pat on the back. When we add pence together, we look at the value of each coin like we did with the pounds and we add these together. This is slightly harder than just adding pounds together. So look at the coins, look at their values, put your addition head on and add them up in your head. What is your answer? Pause the video. 20p, add 10p, add 2p. So 20 add 10 is 30. 30 add 2 is 32, but don't forget we're working in the units of p, so 32p is our answer. Well done if you got that correct. Is this statement true or is it false? There is 45p here in total. So same again, look at the values of each of the coins, add them up in your heads, and come up with an answer. Don't forget to put the correct unit on the end. Pause the video and have a go. It is false. Why? Let's add them up together. So we've got point at the screen and let's add together 20, 40, 60, 80, and then 80 add 5 is 85. And don't forget we're working in pence, so it's 85 pence. Well done if you got that correct. Make sure if you've done that using coins in front of you, send a picture onto your portfolio and let's get some dojos today. Ooh, so we've done adding pounds, we've done adding pence. Now we've got to put them together and we need to work out what the answer is. Let's have a go together. So look at the coins, look at their values and come up with an answer. Pause the video and have a go. Let's just break it down. So whenever we're adding a mixture of pounds and pence, we need to add them separately. So let's start with pounds. How many pounds do we have there? Well, we've got 2 coins. £2 add £1 is £3. Now moving on to pence, we've got 50p, add 5p, add 1p, which is 56p. But have we finished? Absolutely not. We need to put them together. £3 and 56p together is £3.56. So well done if you've got the answer £3.56. Give yourself a pat on the back and let's move on. Same again, what is the total? Look at the values of the coins, get them out in front of you if you've got this change. We've got a mixture again, so make sure you add up your pounds and then add up your pence and put them together. Pause the video and have a go. Let's break it down again. £2 add £1 add £1 equals £4. Moving on to the pence, we've got 20p add 10p add 5p, which equals 35p. But have we finished? No, we haven't. We need to put them together. £4 and 35p together is £4.35. That's how we would say it if we was a shopkeeper and we were giving amount of how much we have to pay in a shop. So well done if you got £4.35p as your answer. When we add two amounts of money, we add pounds and pence separately, of course. However, if pence gets larger than 100p, we have to convert, which means change. Convert means change every 100p to £1. So let's just test that. Let's have a go. Our example here is 59p adds 76. Now, if you're a great mathematician, you might be able to do this in your head, but I like to play it safe and I like to make sure that I give the right answer in this one. So let's do it in column addition. Remember, put them into the perfect columns, ones in one row and tens in the next row. Now, ask yourself, think about when we're in school, what does Mr. Craig always say to you? Which column do we start with? Put your hand up if you think we start with the tens column. Put your hand up if you think you start with the ones column. Great if you remembered we always start with the ones, just in case we have to do an exchange. Let's start with the ones. 9 adds 6, so 9 in your head. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15, but we need to exchange, so we put the 5 in the ones column, and then we exchange that little one to the tens, just to remember to add it to that tens column. Moving on, we've got our tens column now. 5 adds 7. So let's put the biggest number in our head, 7, and we add on 5. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But now, have I finished? What do I need to remember to add on? Absolutely, I need to remember to add on my exchange. So we go from 12 to 13. So we put the 3 in the tens column, and then don't forget we haven't got anything in our hundreds column, so we just put the 1 straight in to the hundreds column. But have we finished? No, we've got 135, but what's the unit that we're working in? We're working in with money, so it's 135 pence, but can anyone tell me what that would be in pounds? So let's convert it from pence to pounds. Pause the video and come up with an answer. What is 135p into pounds? Well done if you came up with the answer £1.35. You are absolutely correct. Both answers are correct, but it's easier to say to maybe a shopkeeper £1.35 instead of 135p. So well done if you got that correct. The questions are getting a little bit harder now, so let's look at this one together and take our time with it. Which child has the most money altogether? Explain your answer. So we've got 3 children. We've got Hiran, Albi and Jasmine. Now what I want you to do is get your change in front of you if you've got it, or use the screen to help you, add up each amount of child's money, and then find out who has the most money all together. So pause the video, have 1 to 2 minutes to do this, and come up with your answer, who has the most. Time to run through it together. So if we look at Hiran first, Hiran has a £2, a 10p and 5p, which together is £2.15. Now remember to convert 100p equals £1, so we've got two 50p's, we've got a 20p, and we've got a 2p. Now Albie has, if we convert it into pounds and pence, he has £1.22p. And then finally, Jasmine, she has nice and easy £1 and 1 pence. But have we finished the question? No, we haven't. We need to find out who has the most. To answer our question and to get full marks if this was a test, Hiran has the most amount of money because he has £2 and 15 pence. Albie only has £1 and 22, and Jasmine has the least, which is £1 and 1 pence. So give yourself a pat on the back if you worked out that Hiran has the most amount of money. Ooh, time to apply now. So if we went into a shop and we wanted to buy our fruit because we are nice and healthy, Rex buys a banana and an apple. How much does he spend all together? So first of all, we can cancel off the grapes because Rex is not buying any grapes. So what I want you to do is, using coins in front of you, make 56p and 44p. But if you don't have the coins in front of you, use column addition to help you work this one out. So pause the video and work it out. How much is the banana and apple together? So how did we do? Let's just put it into column because I don't have that right amount of change, so we need to put it into column to work out. Remember, we always go for the ones column first. So 6 add 4, 6 in our heads. Add on 4, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember to put the 0 in the ones column and exchange the 1 across to the tens column. Now let's add the tens. We've got 5 add 4, so biggest number in our head 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But have we finished? What has Mr. Craig forgot? He definitely forgot to add the 1 for the exchange. So 9 add 1 is 10. Don't forget to put 0 in the tens column and exchange the 1. Now we can straight away put the 1 in the hundreds column because we don't have numbers to add up in the hundreds column. So what is your answer? Well, we've got 100 pence, but don't forget we need to convert, which means change. We need to convert 100p, which our answer, Rex spends £1. So give yourself a pat on the back. Post your pictures if you did it in front of you with coins. And well done if you got that correct. Next question. Carly and Aaron were collecting coins for doing chores. So some of you at home might have the privilege of helping your parents out, maybe cleaning the house and helping your parents out on a day-to-day basis. So well done if you do that. The table below shows how much money they were given during the morning and the afternoon. So we've got two different siblings. We've got Carly and we've got Aaron. They get paid on a morning and they get paid on an afternoon. So who made the most money all together? So what I want you to do is you need to add the morning for Carly and the afternoon for Carly first to come up with your first answer. And the next part you need to add Aaron's morning and you need to add Aaron's afternoon together. So two different steps to this question. Make sure you do it nice and slow so we get the right answer. So have a go and come back to the video once you've got your answer. So how did we do? Let's talk through it together so that you understand if you did get this wrong or you struggled with it, how Mr. Craig would work it out as a mathematician. Let's start off with Carly. So Carly got paid 52p in the morning and £1.23 in the afternoon. First thing we need to do is we need to add the pence together. So let's just leave the £1 to the side for now, and let's add 52, add 23. So start off with the ones, of course. 3, add 2, so 3 in your heads, count on 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the 5 in the ones column. Then move on to the tens column. We've got 5 in our heads, add 2, 5, 6, 7. So our answer would be 75p. But don't forget, Carly also got that pound on the afternoon because she was very lucky. So the amount she got all day was £1.75. Now that's our first part of answering this question. Let's look at the second part. Aaron, we've got no pound in the morning or afternoon, so we're just adding pence here, and don't forget to convert and change it to pounds and pence at the end. So if we look at what Aaron did in the ones column, 9 had 8, so 9 in our heads, and we count on 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So don't forget to put the 7 in the ones column and exchange that 1 to the tens column. Then 8 in our heads, add on 7, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But has Mr. Craig forgot anything? Can anyone work it out? Of course, we need to add on the 1 that we've exchanged. So 15 add 1 is 16. So don't forget to put the 6 in the tens, and let's exchange that 1 to the hundreds. And easy peasy, our hundreds, there's only 1, so let's just put the 1 straight in. So your answer should be 167p. But I said remember to convert and change that pence into pounds and pence. We've got £1.67. Now it's great, we've finished our working out, we've done the hard bit, but if I left that answer in my test, I wouldn't get all the marks. So let's look at what I would do to get the full marks. Now, we've done the hard bit. Carly was given £1.75 and Aaron was given £1.67. Therefore, Carly made the most amount of money. So give yourself a pat on the back if you worked out that Carly made the most off doing her chores. So, unfortunately, it's come to the end of the lesson, but as always, you know Mr. Craig likes to do a couple of things at the end to take away to help us remember for the full week to help us with the rest of the lessons. So, the first thing that I want you to remember is we always add pounds and pence separately. So if you get a question where we've got both pounds and pence in, we need to do the pence first and we need to do the pounds. The next thing that I want you to remember is 100p equals £1. So if we get pence that adds up to more than 100p or exactly 100p, we need to convert. Remember, convert means change 100p into £1. Always remember that. Hopefully you enjoyed today's lesson, working with change in front of you or doing it with me on the board. It is bye for now from Mr. Craig, and have a lovely week of learning.